flowers. Do you like flowers? I should fill this. I should fill this whole screen with flowers. I don't have that talent like those other people do. But welcome to If Then Fridays. If you like this book, you might like that book on the D. Louise Book Series channel. And I'm Christina Kairos, Tina. This is where I read books, talk about books, no special effects, no theme music, no fancy smancy stuff going on here. Low budget, what you see is what you get. You remember the Roots Web formatting websites? It was what you see is what you get. But anyway, I thought we'd do some flowers today. How about some flowers? Like flowers? Flowers! Hey, flowers. Let's start with a prominent author, Laurie Foster. The Little Flower Shop. Since her divorce, Emily Recruiter, affectionately known as the Flower Lady to the people of Cemetery, Indiana, has focused on her flower shop and taking care of her aging aunt and uncle. Her love life is hardly the centerpiece of busy days. Sam Culliver, the town's favorite bachelor and owner of the local barbecue joint, has been interested in Emily for a while, but he's too chicken to approach her, to say something. Saul isn't the only one trying to get Emily out of her shell. Well-meaning locals have started tagging photos of Emily with the Flower Lady on the social media, and now the entire town is involved in finding her Mr. Right. Well, I hope Saul gets on the train before it's too late. The Last Camilla, Sarah Jo. On the eve of the Second World War, the last surviving specimen of camellia plant, known as the Middle Park, lies secreted away on an English country estate. Flora, an amateur American botanist contacted by the International Ring of Flower Thieves to infiltrate the household and acquire the coveted bloom. Her search is at once brightened by new love and threatened by her discovery of a series of ghastly crimes. More than half a century later, garden designer Addison takes up residence at the manor now owned by the family of her husband Rex. The couple's shared passion for mysteries is fueled by the enchanting camellia orchard and the old gardener's book. What's in it? The Forbidden Garden. Tell a kid no, and that's where he's gonna go. Every garden is a story waiting to be told. At the nursery she runs with her sisters on the New England coast, Sorrel Sparrow has honed her rare gift for nurturing plants and flowers. Now that the reputation has a stroke of good timing, lands Sorrel an unexpected opportunity, reviving a long-dormant Shakespearean garden on an English country estate. Arriving at Kirkwood Hall, ancestral home of Sir Graham Kirkwood and his wife Stella, Sorrel is shocked by the desolate state of the walled gardens. Generations have tried and failed to bring it back to glory. Sorrel senses heartbreak and betrayal here, perhaps even enchantment. Intrigued by the house history and increasingly drawn to Stella's enigmatic brother, Sorrel sets to work. Will she fall in love? Will she find answers to the secrets? We have read this one. We've had this one before. The Book of Thorns. I just picked it up because of the thorns. Penniless and stranded in France after a bid to escape her cruel uncle goes away, Camilla Shore is far from Parisian life of leisure she imagined. Desperate and lacking, she allows herself to be recruited by Napoleon's Grand Army. As a naturalist, her near-magical ability to heal any wound with herbal mixtures invites awe among the soldiers and suspicion. For Camilla's vast knowledge of the natural world is a secret she keeps hidden. The flowers speak to her through mysterious connection she has felt since childhood. There's a butt staring at me. I don't want to show my whole house. My co-host is over there with a leg up in the air. Anyway, the flower arrangement. Ella Griffiths. Every bouquet has a story, and every story begins to blossom and grow. A tiny flower shop in the heart of Dublin. Among the buckets of fragrant blooms, beneath the flickering candles and lanterns, Lara works her magic, translating feelings into flowers, arrangements that can change hearts and lives. She is no stranger to the power of flowers. They gave her hope when she was a child, who lost her mother, and again when she was a mother who lost a child. But old wounds take time to heal, and flowers take time to grow. And if you watched any of my earlier videos this year or late last year, we've been infiltrated by ducks. Okay. We're going to try. Put some dirt down, some grass down, some sod down. I don't know if we're going to be lucky. It may get trampled. Mums and Mayhem. Amanda Flower. World-famous fiddler Barley McPhee arrives in blustery Battlewick, Aberdeen, Scotland for a grand homecoming concert by jeweler Bernice Brennan. Fiona Knox, owner of the Climbing Rose flower shop, is starting to regret volunteering to help with the concert. Bernice is extracting taskmaster, and Fiona has enough tension dealing with her parents, who have traveled from Tennessee to visit Fee and her younger sister Isla, and to reveal a secret about Fee's birth. But when Barley is found dead in his trailer during the concert's intermission, and his death is shockingly tied to Fiona's father, Fiona discovers there are more secrets surrounding her family than she realized. Poppy Harmon. I just liked the author's name. We may do this series. I like little detective series. This is a desert flower mystery. I'm thinking of doing this one at some point. Cast in her first role since the 1980s, Poppy has never been more rattled or unprepared on film. It's embarrassing but necessary to keep an eye on client D'Amica, a rising starlet and social media influence with a large following, including a dangerous stalker who won't disappear. The leading lady's fame is growing, and so are the threats against her life. Unfortunately for Poppy, there's more to fear than D'Amica's flub lines. When she finds D'Amica smothered to death in her trailer at Joshua Tree National Park, the horrifying crime stirs up memories of a man known as the Pillow Talker during her time as a young actress, bringing unsolved murders to the focus. Can she solve the case? Did I pick a book up twice? I did. Oh well. So, which cover do you like better? This one tells it better. The Forbidden Garden and the English countryside. But this one's pretty too. So which one do you think? Which one do you like? We did this one the other day for blue. Now we're going to do flowers. Marcus has been through a divorce and moved into an apartment. He feels alienated his ex-wife from his daughter from society. Everything feels flat and fake to him until he begins to receive letters at his new address from an anonymous troubled woman who signs off and clearly believes who's writing to the former tenant, her ex-lover, in the aftermath of a violent heartbreak. Marco falls under the manic, hypnotic missives for the first time in years. Something moves him. Blue Flowers alternates between the dissolution of A's relationship and Marco's growing fixation with this wounded, glamorous person. Check it out. Her Little Flowers. Francine Thwaite has lived... Come here. You're driving me crazy. Come here. Come here. What? Come here. Sit. Francine Thwaite has lived all her 55 years in her family's ancestral home, a rambling Elizabethan manor in England's Lake District. No other living soul resides there, but Francine isn't alone. There are ghosts in Thwaite Manor, harmless and familiar. Most beloved is Bree, the mischievous ghost girl who has been Francine's companion since childhood. When Francine's estranged sister Madeline returns to the manor after years away, she brings with her a story that threatens everything that Francine has always believed. It is a tale of cruelty and desperation, of terror and unbearable heartache. Well, I don't want to read about heartache. I want happy endings. I want happiness. Go. And our final book. You just slept. You're coming back. Alright, let's get this last one. Alright. Debbie Maycomer, just must love flowers. Yes, she must. Joan Simple is not living the life she expected. Now a widow and an empty nester, she has become, by her own admission, something of a recluse. But after another birthday spent alone, she is finally inclined to listen to her sister, who has been begging Joan to re-engage with the world. With Emmy's support, Joan gathers the courage to take some long-awaited steps, hiring someone to tame her overgrown garden, joining a grief support club, and even renting out a room to a local college student. Before long, Joan is starting to feel like herself again. Across town, Maggie Herbert works mornings as a barista, tending to impatient customers before rushing to afternoon nursing classes. She lives with her alcoholic father, ducking his temporal outbursts and struggling to pay the household bills. But circumstances bite, and when she finds a room for rent in Joan's house, will they get closer? Will they help each other mend? Will my child? There she is. There's my gal pal. She wants my attention. We shall give her attention. Have a good one. Oh, and don't forget to check out Star Trek Next Generation recaps earlier today, or Star Trek Next Generation recaps, or Flashback Mondays, or JD Rob Saturdays, or Unboxing Sundays, or of course my daily book reviews. Have a good one.